Good morning, everyone. Good morning, 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 good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Thursday, October 10th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll. How are you guys doing today? Thursday. My favorite day of the work week has always been Thursday, and I hope that your work week is going really, really well for you. Let's get into a little bit of business. If you are in the Oklahoma City area and would like to see a really good play that I happen to be in, I encourage you to check out Jewel Box Theater's production of A Raisin in the Sun. There will be a link down below that you can check that out with. Tickets are still on sale for that. It ran from the first Thursday of the month, which was last week, a week ago today actually, and it runs until the 27th, which is the last Sunday of the month. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, beginning at 8 o'clock, and every Sunday afternoon beginning at 2:30 for our matinee. So, and again, it runs until the 27th of this month. If you are looking for a really good time at the theater, watching important and powerful and still relevant today kind of a play, I encourage you to check out Jewel Box Theater's production of A Raisin in the Sun. And yes, I am in that play. The other thing that I'm in this weekend is the Celtic Festival, which is happening this weekend, Friday, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. At Duffner Park. I believe that's the name of the park. I really need to go and look that up instead of guessing at it, but regardless, the Facebook event link is down below, and you can actually check that out there and find the exact name of the park and the exact address of the park, etc., etc. I won't be there Friday night, of course, because I will be on stage acting in A Raisin in the Sun, but I will be there Saturday afternoon from 1 to 7, and then I'll pack my things up and head on out to Jewel Box Theater to get back on stage. I will be doing readings at the Celtic Festival, so if you would like a personalized reading, come on out to the Celtic Festival at Duffner Park in the Village in Oklahoma City. The link again to the Facebook event is in the description below. And while you're checking that out, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And while you are doing that, if you know of somebody that could handle some encouragement, some empowerment, some emboldenment, some enlightenment, some empowerment to create the best life possible for themselves, then certainly share this video with them. And if you know somebody who could benefit from some unconditional love, do send this video to them as well, because that's what we're all about on this channel, is unconditional love, not just for the people around us, but first and foremost for ourselves. And so with that little bit of business today, let's jump into our reading for today. This is a reading for the collective, as it is each and every day. And my hope is that there is something good and positive you can glean from this reading, regardless of your current circumstance. And when you finish this video, I hope that you finish it feeling emboldened and empowered and encouraged and enlightened to go out there and live the best life possible for yourself, making good and positive choices and making good and positive changes so that you can live the best life possible for you, filled with unconditional love. And with that said, let's jump into the reading for today. We have a 3-card reading that will take up the majority of our reading time today. We will start with what I call our storyline, our main plot line for today, our thoroughfare for today. And then we will do 2 subplots that will hopefully inform and inspire and enlighten us concerning the main plot for today, and hopefully we'll give a little bit of depth and a little bit of color to what we've been talking about in the reading today. So let's jump right on into it. Our main storyline, our main plot line today is being brought to us by the 8 of Michael. The 8 of Michael, which is represented, of course, by the 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. But here it is, the 8 of Michael. And the 8 of Michael says, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. And of course, the much more brutal and in-your-face representation of the 8 of Michael is brought to us by the 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. It's basically a prison of our own making, a prison that we can actually escape and be free. And it's a prison of our own mind, represented by the swords and also represented by the very loose blindfold that is on our eyes, which is allowing us not to see things clearly. So the 8 of Michael is saying that there is a way out of this current circumstance. So there you go. So let's get into the 2 subplots for today. It's always worrisome when the 8 of Michael comes up because it just means that we have trapped ourselves. No one else has trapped us. We have actually trapped ourselves. And the hardest traps to get out of, in fact, are the traps that we set for ourselves. So, yeah, I'm so sorry that that has happened to us today. And I am being told to stop. 2 cards actually popped out, and I'm being told to stop. And so I am going to stop because that's what I'm being told. So here we go. Here's our 2 subplots for today. The first being the Queen of Michael, which of course is brought to us by the Queen of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. I don't think we've seen the Queen of Michael since we've been doing these readings every day. I don't think that she has popped up for us, but here she is today, and she is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than relationships. Okay, interesting, because we talked about career yesterday. So maybe this is a continuation of that. Maybe so. We'll see. But anyway, the Queen of Michael, there she is, looking very serene on her throne, loving it. And the other card that popped out is the 7 of Raphael. The 7 of Raphael. The 7 of Raphael, which of course is represented by the 7 of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck. So, our 7 of Raphael is saying time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. 7 of Raphael can very oftentimes be an addiction card. I'm not seeing that for this particular reading today, but when it says a need for detoxification, it certainly can mean addiction issues and detoxing from that. But I get the feeling that this is actually more of a toxic situation that you need to detox from. But we'll see. We'll see. So there we go. This is another. It feels like this is another career thing. I mean, Queen of Michael said as much there. So it seems like this is a continuation of themes from yesterday, but in a different way. Eight of Michael is saying you can be free. Make a conscious choice to change your situations, not seeing things clearly. I get the feeling that with this, there is someone out there that feels trapped in their job. It's not something that they ever wanted to do. It's not something that they set out to do. It was a kind of a stopgap kind of a job that was only supposed to last a year or so, that ended up lasting a lot longer than anticipated. And now, because either the money is good or the benefits are good or a combination of the two, or anything else, it seems as if we're stuck in that particular job. I'll never forget my first boyfriend ever in life. Was quite a bit older than me. I was in my 20s and he was as old as I am right now. He was in his mid to late 40s, and he was trapped in his job, or at least he felt trapped in his job. It was a job that was not supposed to last very long. It was a stopgap measure. It was something that wasn't supposed to last for the rest of his life, but here it was, like 10, 15 years later, and he was still in that particular job. The job was easy. He said that it's the easiest job that you'll ever have, and it paid his bills. He was fine as far as the job goes, but he hated the job because it was not fulfilling. It was boring as hell, and he felt trapped and he felt stuck in this job. He didn't want to leave it because it provided for him, and he felt as if he felt as if he hadn't learned anything useful that could be transferable to other jobs. It was a very much entry-level kind of a job, and it was very much a kind of a dead-end job. It was what it was. There was no room for growth. There was no room for expansion. It was what it was. And once you learned the job, which didn't take that very long at all, the job didn't change at all. They might have brought in new computer systems from time to time, but that was pretty much it. And he felt trapped in that job, and there was absolutely nothing that I could say or do in that situation to convince him to leave that job. I tried my best, but he felt like he didn't have the skills and expertise to move on to anything else except for where he was at that time. He was stuck in the Eight of Michael, and I feel as if there's somebody out there today that is stuck in that same Eight of Michael, wherein you feel as if you cannot move from this job. You've been at this job forever. You know the job inside and out. You can train other people on the job. People within the job seek you out for your particular brand of expertise within the job, but the job is what it is. It's not going to go anywhere, but then again, there is no expansion, there is no promotion, there is no nothing. It is what it is. And the Eight of Michael is saying, instead of being like my first boyfriend, who, by the way, my first boyfriend's name was Michael. Instead of being like Michael, the Eight of Michael is encouraging you to think about being free, because you can be free, and making a courageous choice to change your situation. The Eight of Michael is saying it's time to step out there. It's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to be free. This dead-end job is doing nothing but killing you slowly. That's all it's doing. It's aging you before your time. That is all it is doing. The Eight of Michael is encouraging you to stop the bleeding. The Eight of Michael is encouraging you to stop the aging, to stop right now and search for something new. You can do it, which moves us into the Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. Which, side note, the Queen of Michael, again, is the Queen of Swords, and I've always thought of the Queen of Swords as the bitch card. And so I've never I've never thought of the Queen of Michael or the Queen of Swords as being a very humorous card, but apparently, her wit is as sharp as her sword is. Her tongue is as sharp as her sword is, and sometimes maybe it can be funny. But anyway, that's an inside baseball kind of a side note. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. I think the Queen of Michael is saying here, you know what to do. You can move forward. Do not allow yourself to get in your own way. Be honest about who you are, what you can do, and don't sell yourself short. You know what to do. The benefit of experience. You have the experience. The universe is encouraging you that you know more than you give yourself credit for. The universe is saying, you can take what you have learned in this particular job and actually move it to a different job. You can do that. In fact, you just have to make the choice to do that. You know exactly what to do. A time for your career rather than relationships. We're not going to even talk about relationships right now. We're just going to focus on the first part of that particular sentence. It's a time for your career. Focus in on your career. You are stuck where you are. There is somebody out there that is stuck where they are. It's a time for your career. It is time to move forward. It is time to expand. It's time to move up. You know exactly what to do. The Seven of Raphael. Time to make a decision. I mean, that's the very first thing it says. Time to make a decision. You know exactly what to do. You have a choice right now. You can either stay here or you can move forward. Those are your two choices right now. You need to make a choice right now. The universe is saying, we will be with you regardless. If you choose to stay where you are right now, we will be here with you and we will work it out with you. If you choose to move forward, we're going to be with you there too. But unfortunately, you need to make that choice. Be clear on what you want and take action. What do you want? The universe is asking you, what do you truly, truly want? What do you want? Take some time and reflect on that. Take some time to meditate on that. Take some time to really, really get down to the nitty-gritty of what it is that you actually want out of life. And then choose. Make that choice. And finally, a need for detoxification. The job itself may not be toxic, but its effect on you is toxic. And it's time for you to detoxify. If you don't, the problems that have arisen because of your job, again, it's not the job itself, it's its effect on you. It's not going to get any better. It's actually going to get worse from here. So I encourage you, the universe is encouraging you to make use of the choice that you actually have here, because you do have choices here. You are not trapped. You are actually free to make good and positive choices in your life. The universe is encouraging you to do so. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do this morning? It's not up to me to decide that for you. It's up to you to decide that for yourself. And I'll leave you with that thought today. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this challenge. Thank you for telling us that we have what it takes to do what we need to do. So And thank you for allowing us time to think about it and to reflect on it and meditate on it and make a good and positive choice for ourselves. So we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to do a 3-card spread, and we're going to see if there is anything more specific that the universe has to tell us regarding our journey today. We're going to do a morning card, an afternoon/midday card, and an evening card. So here we go. Morning, afternoon, evening. Okay. Perfect. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. This is our morning card. And the King of Wands denotes growth. Incredible growth and incredible ideas that are coming to fruition. The beginning of something wonderful. You are at the beginning stages of incredible growth. But it's up to you to choose to move forward with that. You are at the precipice of something great. The King of Wands talks about greatness and growth and creativity. You're at the precipice. You are right there. The universe wants so much for you. The universe wants to give you so much. You are right there, but you have to make that choice for yourself. The universe wants it for you. The universe really wants it for you. You have to make that step. And when you do, bam, the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that it is in your favor right now, but you have to take a chance. That's the thing about the universe, is that you have to take a chance. You have to take a step of faith. It doesn't necessarily have to be a leap of faith, but it certainly should be a step of faith. And when you do that, when you gamble, when you roll the cards, when you roll the dice, the Wheel of Fortune is going to be in your favor. The universe is encouraging you to believe in yourself more. The universe is encouraging you to love yourself more. Love yourself enough that you want the best for yourself and do what is right for you. Which moves us into the Hermit card for our evening card. We've got the Hermit card here. And what this is saying is it's time for inner reflection. It's time to go inward. It's time to figure out what it is that we really want from life. Again, 7 of Raphael. Be clear on what you want. If you're not clear, it's time to go within, to figure out what it is that you really want out of life, and then go for it. Go for it. But there may be people out there today that don't exactly know what they want just yet, and that's fine. That's completely fine. The Hermit card is encouraging you to go inward, to find that light that is within you, so that you can take that light and be a light to other people. There's somebody out there that has a story. There's somebody out there that is going to make that choice today to step out of their comfort level, out of that prison of their own mind, and create something new for themselves. That story is going to be an inspiration to other people. That story is going to help somebody else that feels trapped. That story is going to be of good and positive service to other people. Trust and believe. You have a story to tell, and it's a great story. And I, for one, can't wait to hear it. There it is. Wonderful. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. So, since today has been all about work, we're going to do our work affirmators. Our work affirmators. Our work affirmators. Cheers. We're going to cut them. And then cut them again. And our work affirmator for today is outlets. Okay. Outlets. I don't think we've ever seen this one before. Outlets. And it says, what's this? Gasp. A remedy for the daily grind? That's right. Here's the boost you need to experiment with some new pastimes and hobbies. Work can feel uncreative sometimes, or not aligned with who you are, or completely and utterly devoid of any sort of meaning or value or shred of humanity. But don't despair. You have the ability to express yourself in other ways, and life is full of meaningful endeavors. There's no need to chain your life to a boring job when there are gardens to grow, baseballs to throw, and oh gosh, and putting based performance art installations to show. Get out there. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So what this is basically encouraging us to do is that even if our situation isn't dire, and even if we are not, in a soul-crushing kind of a job, work can be a grind at times, and it's time for us to express ourselves. It's time for us to get out there and experience life. It's time for us to explore and experiment with all sorts of things out there. And maybe even if we are in the situation that we've been talking about this morning, maybe our new job will allow us the work-life balance to get out there and explore life and experiment and enjoy life, and find things to be our fantastic pastimes. So while we're doing that, I encourage each and every one of us to love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love yourself completely. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first, and love yourself foremost, and everything else will fall into place. Have a fantastic Thursday, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.